Hey, this is Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn coach and trainer. And today I want to share with you my perspective of the LinkedIn Social Selling Index, or the LinkedIn SSI score. I use the SSI score as a part of my LinkedIn KPIs, key performance indicators. It's only a part of it. But let me share with you my perspective of the SSI scores, and so that you can get some benefit about what is it saying about you. So here's my LinkedIn Social Selling Index. It's really easy to get to. It's linkedin.com/sales/SSI. It's best to be logged into LinkedIn and open up a new tab and then go to that URL. Again, linkedin.com/sales/SSI. So here's what my SSI score is. There's a couple pieces that are not really overly important. You know, being 1%, the top 1% of my industry, the top 1% of my network really doesn't help me a whole lot. And if I'm using LinkedIn correctly, if you're using LinkedIn correctly, you should be in those top rankings as well. The other thing down at the bottom is people in your industry rank around a 26, and people in my network rank around a 43. Again, I don't really need to spend a lot of time comparing myself to others. I need to compare myself to yesterday and how I'm going to be tomorrow. Then piece in the middle is your weekly SSI score, and you can see it varies a little bit each week. If you had huge spikes, that would be concerning, but I hover right around the 88, 89 area. And so for me, I'm okay with that today. Let me explain to you these four pieces. By the way, I'm going to give you my perspective, but I'm also going to share with you right here that if I hover over any of these statements here, for each one of these four numbers that sum up or equal to this 88, if you hover over those and click on it, it brings up, for each one of them, it's a 7-slide little presentation. And each one of these will give you some insight into what this number represents and why it's important. So it's worth looking at these. You can listen to Teddy's opinion, but it'd also be worthwhile for you to interpret and read this and come up with your own opinion as to what each of these numbers represent and mean to you. So let me explain to you my perspective of each one of these numbers. Establish your professional brand. To me, what this is saying is, does my LinkedIn profile, is it built clearly, concisely? Is there any content or information in there that distracts from the message I'm trying to state? Starting with my headline, all the way through my about section, my experience sections, my volunteer courses, recommendations, skills, accomplishments, etc., etc., etc. How consistent and concise is my LinkedIn profile relevant to who I am and what I do and what I'm saying throughout the whole thing? Number two, finding the right people. Am I connecting with people who are relevant to how I'm presenting myself? If I'm presenting myself as a coach and I'm connecting with salespeople, am I connecting with more and more salespeople? If I'm connecting with sales leader, am I connecting with more and more sales leaders? Am I connecting with the right people? And if I'm presenting myself as a talent development professional and I'm connecting with fishermen, then that would be a huge disconnect, and it would cause the algorithms behind this number to drive me lower. Now, I connect with at least two types of people. People in the business development sales world, including sales people and sales leaders. But I also connect with people who are looking for jobs, very purposely for me. So I'm hard pressed to push this number up beyond, much beyond 2021, 22. But I'm okay with that. Third number, engage with insights. Am I engaging on and with content relevant to who I am and what I say I do here, and relevant and of interest to the people I'm connecting with? The more you connect with content relevant to and of interest to your target audience, the right people, and relevant to your profile, who you say you are, the more this number goes up, engaging with insights. This is a hard number for most of us to push up because it does take a lot of work. But I'm okay with where it's at and always looking for ways that I can increase it without having to do way too much work. Here's the fourth number, building relationships. The way I look at this is, am I connecting deeply and broadly in organizations and industries? Am I connecting with people with mutual connections, or do I have a lot of connections that have lower mutual connections and or none, the one-offs? Most of the people I connect with we have mutual connections with, and those numbers grow because I connect in my industries, in my regions, all around the companies I serve, and all around the people who serve those companies. I want you to look at your SSI score. I would like for you to look at these 7 slides on each one of these target points. And then you evaluate where you think you are and what you could do to improve your SSI score, which is only the measure of what could you do to get more value out of LinkedIn. I'm Teddy Burris. I'm your LinkedIn coach and trainer, and I hope this is useful.